Hi, I'm Mark Wade from CenterCityCondos.com, and here with my opinion on where professional athletes should live when they move to Philadelphia, when they get transferred into Philly, when they take a job here, when they join one of our teams. Um, know that I think that living in there are really two options. You go to the suburbs, you buy a single family house, and you live on 2 acres in a big house and 18 bedrooms and something silly like that, or you move to Center City and you buy a condominium. Now, the difference here is certainly one's going to be the house in New Jersey is going to give you a lot more square footage. But if you're looking for privacy and security, truly nothing beats a high-rise condominium, especially a penthouse, like say, for instance, here at Waterfront Square. Now, I've lived at Waterfront Square for a while. I've seen a lot of professional athletes, from Nick Foles to Michael Vick to two or three of the Flyers players. I can't name any of them, but you see familiar faces here. And the reason is, Zach Ertz also lived upstairs in one of the penthouses. The reason why people really favor a penthouse like this is because there is privacy and there's security. Now, if you live out in the suburbs, you've got 18 windows on the first floor and 6 entrances on the first floor, where perhaps a boogeyman could get in, or a burglar or what have you. You don't have that in a high rise, and also in a single family out in the suburbs, you've got a big picture window, and so do all your neighbors. So perhaps they're seeing you come and go, or people are driving up and down the street, looking at your house, and you're not going to get that in a high rise, because in a high rise condominium, nobody's got a picture window where they can look out in the hall and see people coming and going. It's very private living in a high rise, and I think when you're in a building like Waterfront Square or one of the other upper level buildings, if I could be so bold, I think people have respect for the athletes, because they're just, it's not a one and done situation. They kind of see them frequently. So I think one of the best landing spots is here at Waterfront Square. Again, I'm biased. I live here, seen a lot of athletes. There are currently two major penthouses available. One's 6,300 square feet, one's 6,500 square feet. One's asking 6.2, one's asking 5.4. One of these does happen to be owned currently by a professional athlete. But I think it's a neat way to live. 2 to 3, 4 car parking, come and go as you please, 24-hour doorman, 24-hour gate guard, because this is a gated community. You can go to the gym at 2 in the morning if you want. You won't see anybody in there. But it's a really nice community, and something that I think would be an alternative to a single family out in the middle of some field in Jersey, for heaven's sakes. Now, similar condos that I think would be good for any professional athlete, the Art House, because at the Art House there's only 105 units, I think. Each unit is bigger than the next. You can pick up 5,000-6,000 square feet there at a pretty good price. 88 residents. Beautiful building, new, gorgeous parking, doorman, security. Nobody's getting in here to bother you. And it's a newer building, so it was built just a couple years ago. They're still selling new units in there. More than half sold. I believe they're 62% sold, something like that. That'll change by the time anybody watches this video. Could be all sold out by the time somebody watches the video. But it's a real neat option. High end, lots of parking, in and out real easy, and straight down Broad Street, and you're at our sports arenas, if you will. So that's a real easy, private, great views, lots of space, beautiful outside space for each unit. And you can really get a lot of good square footage there. And the amenities in a building like this, where you have the pool and the gym, and you're not going to, with 88 people, you're not going to see anybody in that gym. You're not going to see anyone in that pool. Chances are you're going to have a lot of nice privacy, a lot of nice amenities, brand new construction, and not a bad way to go. Let's see what else here. Let me show you one other one here. The Rittenhouse, the Laurel and 10 Rittenhouse, I would think maybe 500 Walnut, because again, very secure building, not a lot of units at 500 Walnut Street. Here's one for 6.3 million. Beautiful, in beautiful condition. Floor to ceiling windows. You've got privacy. You've got a view of the bridge and the river and all that kind of stuff. They're not even, I don't even think there's 60 units in this building. Each one is bigger than the next. 50-foot lap pool. And I don't see how many units, I'm sorry, but it's not a large, it's more like a boutique building where you're going to have your privacy. You've got parking, the garage door opens and you're zooming out of there. Anyway, I think those are some real good possibilities for a professional athlete moving to town. I would suggest 500 Walnut, Waterfront Square, and 301 South Broad. Those would be my picks. If you're a professional athlete, if you'd like to see some or learn a little bit more about our inventory and what might be right for you, let me know and we'll chat. Mark Wade, CenterCityCondos.com. Thanks for your time. Have a great day.